Hello, my name is Alfred Mattingly, and I am an industrial and organizational psychologist from Eastern Kentucky University. And I'm here today to talk to you all about cognitive ability tests. Today my talk is going to cover what cognitive ability tests are, how they can be used by your organizations for employee selection, and some limitations and concerns to keep in mind about when it is appropriate to use them for selection and when it might be inappropriate to use them. So, first off, what are they? Well, cognitive ability tests can be compared to intelligence tests. What they do is they measure various parts of your cognitive ability, right? They might measure various forms of reasoning, such as spatial reasoning or mathematic reasoning. They might test various areas of knowledge you might have. They might test one's education. And what they do, and what they are very advantageous for in terms of selection, is that they give you an insight into who the best and brightest candidates might be for your job opening, right? It's important to want the best applicant for the job. This gives you an insight into what their mental ability is like. Another great thing that they can be used for selection in terms of is their ability to predict job performance. So there's been statistical studies that show how one does on a cognitive ability test is directly related to how one does on the job, how they're rated on their job performance. And this is great because you can put a cognitive ability test into your selection battery and say, oh wow, look, I have a job interview, have an application form, have a cognitive ability test. With these things, I now know a lot about this person, and I even have an insight into how they'll probably do on the job, because that's what cognitive ability tests do. They predict job performance, which is great. So you might be asking, well, when can I use these and when can I not? Well, the most advantageous thing about cognitive ability tests is that several studies have shown that they can be used for all sorts of industries, all sorts of job positions. So they're extremely versatile, right? Now, one very important concern to keep in mind, however, is that they have a history of being connected to adverse impact. And what adverse impact is basically statistical evidence that there is some kind of discrimination, right? So cognitive ability tests have been shown to be somewhat discriminatory towards racial minorities. Now this is a very big deal, obviously, both in terms of legality and in terms of human rights to offer an equal opportunity for employment, right? So is there anything that you can do about this? Or can you just toss a cognitive ability test in the trash? Well, don't do that, because there are things you can do. One thing you can do is increase your efforts to recruit minority applicants, right? Target demographics and recruitment venues that will gain you more diverse applicants. One, you should be doing this anyway because diversity is important. And two, it'll increase the amount of minority applicants you get and increase their odds of receiving a position and doing well on the cognitive ability test, and thus lower the rates of discrimination or potential for discrimination. And you can also do something that's been found in the research, is use very specific cognitive ability tests that test for one or two things instead of a broad range of different kinds of cognitive ability. That has also been shown to decrease the potential for this discrimination. Now, I want to close with saying this. These concerns are important. Again, just on a human rights issue, you want to be able to offer people an equal opportunity to succeed and thrive. And even more than that, they can bring really important, unique skills and backgrounds and knowledge to your company that is really important for your success. So think about these things because they're important for you and for the applicants as well. So thank you very much. Let me know if you have any questions.